So, end of the day, fully innocent? End of the day, fully innocent?
Oh, more than innocent. This was a conscious attempt by the U.S. Attorney to either drive me from office or to put me in jail. He knows I'm innocent.
That is the stance that Councilman Chuck Turner has stood by since getting arrested in November. Turner is facing a charge of extortion for allegedly taking a bribe of $1,000. According to the FBI affidavit, the councilman took the money from the informant named Ron Wilburn on July 25, 2007, as part of an 18-month investigation of both Turner and former state senator Diane Wilkerson. But when we visited his office in Roxbury, Turner said he had no recollection of the meeting.
I said to them, I don't remember him giving me any money, because the reality is I don't remember him giving me any money. I see people constantly. I've got an open door policy, set up appointments, but anybody can walk in here and talk to me. So do I remember him? No.
You don't remember any meeting with the guy?
No.
Don't even remember him coming in at all?
There was no, when the FBI agents asked me, do you know him? I said, here's my computer, let me do a find. With them, the face of the computer faced them. I put his name in, I hit find, I put his name in, I hit the button. His name didn't come up in the calendar, and so I'm convinced that they can't find me guilty of these charges because I'm not, and they haven't even built a good case to try to find me guilty.
Instead, Turner sees his case as him being among the targets of U.S. Attorney General Michael Sullivan. He claims that Sullivan brought these charges against him for the prosecutor's own political gain and revenge for the times him and Sullivan clashed over local issues. Turner, who is never known for being shy, didn't hold back on how he feels about Sullivan.
Michael Sullivan wants to run for governor, and he felt that by taking Senator Wilkerson and I down, that would make him look good. You know, the reality is that Sullivan is not only a poor prosecutor, he's a prosecutor who has been caught in lies by the Chief Justice, I think at least 5 times. You know, this man needs to go to jail, and so my sense is, I would say that Sullivan will go to jail before I'll go to jail.
Turner, who's refused to sign a gag order, has even decided to take his fight online. SupportChuckTurner.com has been in effect since his arrest, and the site now has a petition for support. What's in that petition? We met up with Boston Globe writer John Drake, who's been following the events of this case, to find out.
He put out a release urging his supporters to sign a petition and write to President Obama and the Attorney General, urging the White House to stop the prosecution against him and to also review all other prosecutions of politicians across the country to see whether they're racially motivated. And that takes this to a whole other level in terms of his public posture. He had the former Attorney General Ramsey Clark come and speak on his behalf, and you've seen him leverage that support to give this aura of a victim who has a lot of public support behind him.
Some people in Roxbury are still surprised over the allegations brought against the councilman. For them, Turner has been a beacon of the light in the community, fighting for their issues and their rights.
He's a stand-up guy, stand-up man. He's been around a long time, and he best of my knowledge, he helped the community out.
I've worked with him in the past, and I mean, he's just honest. He's very friendly. He's an honest and down-to-earth guy.
Well, as far as I know, that he does a lot of stuff in the community that a lot of people in his position don't do. So it's like now with all this controversy going on, it's like you can put it in an account, but at the same time, you still got to remember the fact that the man's done so much for so many people in the community.
But not everybody in Roxbury feels that Turner is without blame.
Don't get wrapped up in the hype. There's a lot of hype now. You shouldn't get wrapped up in this. You got to look straight at this and not fall into these traps. I think that's what he did.
However, the councilman thinks differently.
You know, I'm not that big a fool. You know, I'm insulted that they think I would be foolish enough in this office to do that. I mean, if you're going to be a criminal, at least be a criminal that makes sense. Do it, someplace out. I don't believe in criminal activity, but the reality is it would just be stupid to take $1,000 plus. What would the $1,000 be for?
Those types of comments have led to Sullivan requesting that Turner's mouth be turned off.
The prosecution has filed a motion asking the judge to require that Turner not discuss any of the evidence against him. That doesn't fit with what Turner wants to do. He wants to be very public.
Public and apparently fearless.
They picked the wrong person. But it shows just how dumb they are. If they knew me and they knew my history, they would have known that I'd never go for an okie doke like this.
We tried to contact former City Councilor Maureen Feeney, who stripped Turner of his committee positions, and current City President Michael Ross for comments on the case, but they declined. Also denying us a request for an interview was the Office of Attorney General Sullivan, stating that the right to a fair trial for Turner would be tampered if they commented. But the councilman looks to continue doing just the opposite, choosing to deliver Sullivan a message.
Watch out, Michael. Before this is over, you could find yourself in jail.
3 times you think you really had
Because of his career, so it wouldn't start, now. Anyway,
Mr. DJ, I'm like sports editor. I talked to him because he came to one of my sports seminar classes.